The Ferguson P99 was a four-wheel drive Formula One car built by Ferguson Research Ltd for the Rob Walker racing team. It was the first AWD F1 car to race and used a 1.5-litre Climax engine. It remains the most famous example of its type as a result of its twin claims to fame, not only the first AWD car, but also the last front-engine car ever to win a Formula One event. Dixon and Tony Rolt considered the possibility of using 4WD in circuit racing, and with Harry Ferguson keen to promote the transmission systems of his Ferguson tractor firm, work began on the P99 in 1960. With a 50-50 torque distribution front to rear, the car, Claude Hill's design, was built to have an even weight distribution over both axles, which, along with the position of the gearbox, necessitated a front-engine design despite Cooper's and Lotus's overwhelming recent success with mid-engine cars. Just as the project was nearing completion, it was dealt something of a body blow by the governing body's decision to reduce the size of F1 engines by 40% for 1961, making the extra weight of the AWD transmission a much bigger penalty. Nevertheless, the team persevered and fitted a standard 1.5-litre Climax four-cylinder engine mounted at a slant to make room for the front driveshaft. In addition, the driving position was moved slightly off-center to accommodate the gearbox and rear driveshaft to the driver's left-hand side. The car was first raced in the 1961 British Empire Trophy, where Rob Walker put Jack Fairman in the car, but the start was an inauspicious one as Fairman crashed on lap 2. In the British Grand Prix at Aintree, Fairman drove the car again, but surrendered it to Stirling Moss after his Walker-entered Lotus 18 failed. The car was disqualified for outside assistance on lap 56. The car's last major F1 race was its moment of motor racing immortality, as Moss drove the P99 to victory in a damp International Gold Cup at Oulton Park. In February 1963, the car, having been fitted with a 2.5-litre Climax engine, was driven by Graham Hill in the Australian Grand Prix at Warwick Farm and the Lakeside International at Lakeside, placing 6th and 2nd respectively. The P99's final racing action came in the British Hillclimb Championship in 1964, 1965, and 1966, with Peter Westbury winning the title in 1964. The P99 was later used as the basis for the AWD Ferguson P104 Novi Indycar, which Bobby Unser drove in the Indy 500 in 1964 and 1965, retiring on both occasions. In a 1997 interview for Motorsport magazine, Sir Stirling Moss nominated the P99 as his favorite of all the F1 cars he drove. This was considered high praise from a man who drove the Mercedes W196, Maserati 250F, Van Wall, and Cooper T51. Complete Formula One World Championship results. Key references.